Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Monday road trip and BestInSlot, and these are basically big Q&A type things. So before I get started with the fairly large page of questions that I have, even more than last week, if you do have any questions about the channel, about life, about dinosaurs, if you just want to vent about your own lives and phrase it in a question, feel free, or something you want to put up for discussion, leave your comment in the comments, and I do try to address every single question. Now, before we get started on that, we are currently in Duisburg and we're going to Glasgow. What side of the road do I drive on in Europe? I want to say the right. I think it's the right. We're going to Glasgow in Scotland. We've never been to Glasgow in this game. And we are, of course, as per usual, taking cyanide. I don't know what it is, but 3 times in a row now we've been carting cyanide around Europe. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe I've not been paying enough attention to trucks. But I didn't realise cyanide was such a popular commodity. Apparently it is. Anyways. Okay. I've got this big notepad file up on my TV next to me. Let me actually get that so I can actually see the brake bloody thing. Okay. First question out of about 20 is basically just how we're doing with the trading cards. Now with the trading cards, I finally hit level 30. I hit level 30. I've come a long way. It took a lot of cards, a lot of selling, and a lot of buying, and a lot of trading. But we finally hit level 30, which means I feel I can stop now. I'm not an addict anymore. I'm going to clear out the cards I've got, make the badges, and then I'll have pretty much done. At no point in the future are they going to add so many games so quickly as they have done now, as they have done recently. So I shouldn't get addicted until the Jurassic Park ones, and then I'm going to have to max it out. But it shouldn't be an issue of getting addicted anymore. It should be okay from this point on. I've got about 4 or 5 more games to play to get the cards for. I'm going to flog most of those to max out a couple of other sets, maybe. 1 more set, hopefully. And then we'll be done. Then we should be done. Right. This is a follow-on from last week. Somebody asked about the specs of my computer and stuff, and expected me to mention my recording software. I do use Bandicam. I used to use Bandicam, actually. I use Bandicam for games like Don't Starve. I used to have to use Bandicam. And if you want to record your screen on Windows 8 with Fraps, you couldn't do it before the last update. I think you can now, so I used to use Bandicam for that, but for my default recording and stuff I do use Fraps, which isn't actually fantastic apparently, as far as I can tell, as far as people are telling me. Fraps could be a lot better than it actually is in terms of maintaining frame rate and stuff. I'm going to link this with the next question. That's why I'm hoping to get an Elgato Game Catcher card before November, and hopefully get one of the next gen consoles. I've not quite decided. I'm an Xbox guy at heart. I always have been. I'd like to play through Dead Rising 3, and I do believe that the Xbox One. No, damn it! I do believe the Xbox One has the better launch lineup than the in terms of games that have been rumored so far and mentioned. I think the Xbox One actually has the better lineup than the PS4. However, how true that is down the line, I don't really know. But I'm hoping to get an Elgato, and I can theoretically capture PC footage with the Elgato as well, and it shouldn't lag at all. And yeah, so I'm hoping to record quite a lot of next gen gaming. It's something I'd like to get into a lot more. There's a lot of, I mean, there's Dinosaur games out on the Xbox 360. There's a Dinosaur game out on the Xbox 360 that I can't play through because how do I play through it? I can't. It's crazy. It's this game that I've never played, and it's a dinosaur game. It's breaking my heart. But I can never play that, so I'm hopeful if I get the console, that kind of thing will happen. I can play a bit more like horror games. I kind of wanted to play The Last of Us. I didn't even ever own a PS3, but still, it would have been nice to play through that kind of thing. So I'm definitely going to get an Elgato capture card and at least one of the consoles, hopefully both, hopefully all 3 eventually. The Wii U will probably come at the end, unless a new Zelda game comes out. And I will do a lot more next-gen console-based playthroughs. There you go. Minecraft. Why don't I play Minecraft? Same reason-ish that I don't play Call of Duty. I don't play Call of Duty because I don't particularly like Call of Duty, but I don't play Minecraft because everybody plays Minecraft. There's so much. Minecraft and COD dominate YouTube, and I don't really want to do that. I don't think I could offer anything unique to it. I may dabble in it because I know there's dinosaur mods, so I might get everything dinosaur related I can into the game and then do a few episodes on it because, you know, it's dinosaurs. But other than that, I don't really see much point. What is my favourite TV series? That's a tough question. It's probably Game of Thrones. Probably. What have I been watching recently? I've been watching a lot of Nevermind the Buzzcocks. If you haven't seen Nevermind the Buzzcocks, particularly the Simon Amstel hosting years, it is the funniest thing in TV history. It's so funny, it kills me. I die inside. It's like season 17 or 18, never mind the Buzzcocks. Absolutely amazing. I love Top Gear, I love Breaking Bad, Mad Men's really, really good. A lot of recent TV. I can't think of any TV programs from like 10 years ago that I really love. Friends. I still love Friends. I've got my sister got me the box set of every single episode of Friends, all 10 seasons, for my birthday like a few years ago. And during a particularly quiet time at university, I just sat for like 2 weeks and watched every single episode, like 50 episodes a day. That's probably not mathematically possible. It was absolutely crazy. And that was a beautiful... This is a really nice area, isn't it? Look at this little foresty bit. How nice is this? I've never been anywhere like this in this game. It's like a proper little Scandinavian little forest in Germany, but still. Ah, that's really cool. Oh my god. I've just seen the ETA. Now, I was really worried about that, but I'm remembering this involves a cross-water journey, so obviously the ETA should drop down massively, so that's okay. How nice is this? This is really cool. I should probably turn the lights on. Oh god, get ready to slow down a little bit there. Come on, bis. Come on, me. That's a strange sentence, I'm not going to say that again. Okay, next question. My most viewed video, I believe... My most viewed video is actually a tips and tricks video I did way back when on Skyrim on basically how to buy and decorate a house. And I think that's on something like 250,000 or something crazy. The next below that is the very first episode of Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, the Let's Play I did for that game about a year and a bit ago. That's on 190,000 last time I checked. So their Operation Genesis is pretty high up there, all of them. If you search for Operation Genesis, I'm actually the top result on YouTube now, which is pretty damn cool, I think. Every time in the future anyone ever searches for Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, my video is going to sit there at the top. So I'm going to go make a nicer thumbnail for it at some point. What else is there? Walking Dead's very high up there. A lot of my tips and tricks videos are up there. The creation kit tutorial videos, they're all fairly high up there. The first episode of Scribblenauts, that's on about 45,000. That's pretty high. Punching a dragon to death in Skyrim, that's pretty high. That's on 150k or something like that. So there you go, there's my most viewed videos. Now, two people asked this question: if I could produce any type of game, what type of game would it be? And it's a really tough question. To an extent, it might be like Stomping Lands. You know, the game coming out next year. It's like a open world DayZ with dinosaurs. However, I don't know. It'd obviously be dinosaur based. Obviously. I'm just trying to... I do like the idea of like a stealth game. Not necessarily stealth, but like a survival game. I'd prefer it to be first person. A survival game, you just plunk down in the middle of like a deciduous forest in the middle of the Triassic era. Oh god, sorry, Mr. Car. You know, you just stuck there. You just have to figure out how to survive, and you craft, and you're not crafting like we know, but you know, you can scale the trees and you can make things, and there's dinosaurs hunting you, and you have to go. Let's imagine that game coming out by Deep Silver that looks that's basically Dead Island meets Mirror's Edge, where at the daytime you go, you scout around, you gather up your things, and at night time that's when all the monsters, the zombies, come out and try and kill you. Kind of like Minecraft in that same way as well, but like really beautiful looking, atmospheric, slightly horror-esque game, where okay, it's a nice forest in the daytime with big open plains where like just Brontosauruses walking about, and not Brontosaurus, don't be silly, Diplodocuses and Brachiosauruses and all the sauropods trotting about, Parasaurolophus, blah 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 blah. And then it gets darker and darker, and for non-scientific reasons, admittedly, because obviously T-Rex, Velociraptor, Deinonychus, Utahraptor, blah 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 blah, there's no particular reason they would be nocturnal. There were nocturnal dinosaurs, but they wouldn't be. But we'll make them nocturnal because it makes the game scarier. So it gets darker, and you have to get back. You establish like a little base camp, or make like a little house in the trees, and maybe it gets attacked by a T-Rex, and you'd have to run away. I don't know. I've not really ever thought about this, but I'm trying to think of a comparable game, and I'm actually struggling. It's just like imagine a first-person DayZ with dinosaurs instead. Much better looking, and you know, you're just trapped middle of the forest on your own. Wouldn't do multiplayer. And it's like a day-night It's like a day-night cycle, and you just have to survive. I'd love it, just surviving in a dinosaur world. You'd play it like Amnesia to an extent where you really struggle to kill dinosaurs. You can't have no guns, nothing like that. You'd have a spear at most if you go collect the prerequisite materials. And I don't know. You could kill a compy or two. You know, you'd be able to kill the little ones. A single raptor would be incredibly dangerous. If there's a pack of 3 or 4, you just wouldn't bother. You'd run. A T-Rex is going to destroy you. It's going to destroy your home. You're going to have to move base. Blah blah. Blah. I don't know. It could be amazing. I'd love to produce games. I've got quite a few other ideas knocking about. It's one job I would absolutely love to just lead, like a creative team to make a game in my vision. I think that would be amazing. Not something I'll ever do, but still. Maybe I'll get into programming and make an indie game one day. Who knows? Next question. If I could change one game in any way, what game and what would I change? So, same idea. Oh, I haven't thought. I did briefly think about this. I've completely forgotten. For one, Turok, the new one, and the thing I'd change is I'd change the fact it's a bad game, and I'd make it a good game. I can't really think of anything else to add to that. I mean, the problem with Turok, it was ugly. That doesn't really matter that much. You never really got scared, and this is the problem most games have with dinosaurs. Turok never ever really pulled it off at all, I don't think. I love Turok, the original N64 games, don't get me wrong. The multiplayer was fantastic. I had a monkey mode. But I don't think you were ever scared of the dinosaurs, and you should be. Dinosaurs are huge, terrifying, massive beasts that, you know, T-Rex is going to eat you whole if he wants to. You should be scared of them. And that's one of the reasons I love King Kong, because when you meet the V-Rex, I don't know why it's a V-Rex, not a T-Rex, but it is a V-Rex. When you meet the V-Rex in King Kong, it's terrifying. You know, you fear for your life. If he comes near you, you are dead, and you never get that in Turok, ever. I was quite disappointed. I'd like to compare it to other dinosaur games, but there really aren't many dinosaur games out there. There's a lot of Jurassic Park knockoffs. There's quite a few Jurassic Park games, but none of them are fantastic except Operation Genesis. And maybe a couple of PS1 titles. There's a decent Sega one, but again, it's side-scrolling, and as much as I love the retro titles and stuff, I do struggle to play a lot of them these days. I like graphics, not just... it's not necessarily a case of things being shiny, but it's a case of generating a really good atmosphere. You know, I don't... like, if I play a horror game, I can't get scared in a 2D flat horror game. Whereas something like Amnesia, which isn't necessarily an amazing game, but it's got enough graphical capabilities to at least generate that atmosphere. I don't know. What's the next question? How are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you doing? I am actually doing fantastic at the moment. No particular reason, I suppose. I'm applying for med schools this September, which links into another question. What am I studying at university? Am I British? Yes, I'm doing biomedical science, and I'm technically Manx. I'm from the Alpha Man. We've been through this. Anyways, how am I doing? Yes, I'm applying for med schools, but the problem is a lot of med schools want you to have work experience in a care environment, something I don't have. So I've just applied today, actually. I mean, I've already met the woman and talked to her about it, and she said I've got the job pretty much. I just need to send an application in as well. To a volunteering service here in Preston, where basically every weekend or a specific day at a specific time, I'll go in and I'll just hang out with, say, an elderly person or someone with crippling social issues or someone a bit depressed, and just hang out with them for a few hours, kind of talk to them, cheer them up, and just be like a regular point of call for them, and take them out to social, like if they're elderly and they don't get out and there's no one really around, take them to the cinema every now and again, you know, that kind of thing. So I volunteered for that this week. I'd like to say because I really want to help people, and to an extent that's it, but to a much more real extent it's because I need the work experience for university. What can I say? I've also, hopefully, the secretary is out today, but I'm hoping to do shadowing work at Southport Hospital in the acute medical unit, because I think if I can get volunteer work in a care-ish environment and shadow at a hospital for a couple of weeks, that'll look really, really good on my application. And I'm applying to some pretty good places. I'm applying to Oxford for one, and Liverpool. I've got a backup. I've got a rubbish backup option, but I'm really hoping for Oxford. It's not likely. Don't get me wrong. It's, you know, Oxford's kind of a big deal as a university, but I've got 2 applications to write for that and 2 tests to do for that, so I'm gonna have to do both of them. But there's a vague amount of confidence that I can actually pull it off. Otherwise, I'm good. Yeah. Life's fine. Gym's going well. I was at the gym today. It was too hot, but still, it was nice. Love life. What's the love life doing? Nothing really, but that's fine for once. You know, I've not been single in 3 years before a couple of months ago. It's kind of weird, but you get used to it. And on nights out, it's definitely better to be single. So, whatever. live streams. Yes. Again, I'm still waiting. Basically, I'm relying on my dad to kind of help me out with this whole PC business. He's kind of investing and I'm paying him back with the proceeds from the channel over time. So I'm going to be crippled financially for like 2 years. But still, that doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm going to do live streams probably every Saturday. I'm probably going to stream... I might just stream straight via YouTube. You can do that now. Or simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch. I don't know, but I prefer to do it on YouTube over Twitch, to be honest. If the YouTube live streaming is any good, I don't know. Maybe it's rubbish. And what I'll do is I'll post a video in the morning. Actually, I might do it on a Sunday. No, I'll post a video in the morning saying live stream tonight. I'll say what time and I'll say what games we're going to play, and then you can tune in that evening for a couple of hours and we'll live stream some games, or longer if it happens to go on. I'll just play until I don't want to play anymore, basically. What do you think the featured dinosaur will be for Jurassic Park 4? I think it'll be the T-Rex. I do not see any chance of it not being the T-Rex. It'll be redesigned. It won't look like the ones from the first two. I can see it being a bit darker and a bit meaner looking in a way. It'll definitely be a T-Rex, in my opinion. Based on the writers, who are the people who did Rise of Planet of the Apes, and the whole idea, they'll want to go back to Jurassic Park 1 and 2. They won't want to remind people about Jurassic Park 3, which, as much as I love the film, just because it's full of dinosaurs, it's not a good film. And it's very much the low point in the series for everyone else. So, that's my assumption. I think they will definitely feature the Tyrannosaurus Rex heavily in the film, and the raptors will come back. I think it'll feel like Jurassic Park 1.2, if you know what I mean. Which, I'm going to go off on a tangent here. I was talking to someone the other day. I love Jurassic Park. You guys know I love Jurassic Park. Oh, bugger. Oh, bugger. Favourite film of all time. Love the film. Really, really do. It could be so much better. And I'm struggling with that now. Because I know it could be so much... I love it, but... You read the book and you see what they did with the film, and it annoys me that they've made it so sentimental and about the kids, and it shouldn't be a PG. Jurassic Park should be like a 15 if you read the book. It's a violent book, and it could be scary and dark and violent and brutal, but still maintain the whole political meaning behind it and all that. That doesn't have to get lost. I don't like that they've introduced kids. I don't think they need to be there. I don't like any of that. I put up with the kids in the films, but yeah, I don't know. It could be a much better film. I still love it. It's, like I said, it's still my favourite film of all time, but it could be a lot better. So I'm hopeful with the writers. Oh, the writers for Jurassic Park 4 are really good. I've got full faith in them. I think it could be a great film. I'm really excited. Really excited. Brand new truck. If I could put something on a truck, what would it be? I don't really know what you're asking me here. A horn that sounds like a Tyrannosaurus Rex roaring from Jurassic Park. There you go. Are you British? Yep. Answered that. Studying at university, biomedical science. Answered that. How and when did you get into dinosaurs? Oh god. Basically, when I was like 4 to 5 years old, I used to spend a lot of time in Ireland, back up in Ireland, with my gran. My gran has all her life, she's been very obsessed with animals. She did some zoology, and she used to have these big binders full of animals, just like fact sheets that she collected over decades and decades, and they're just full loads of information about animals. That's why I wanted to be a zoologist. You know, I love animals. But in some of them as well, there's like a prehistoric section that started talking about dinosaurs. I'm probably younger than 5 actually, and it just kind of went from there. I don't know. I watched Jurassic Park at a really young age, and I just loved it. It's just, I don't know what it is. I can't actually explain what it is that I love so much about them. And I'm struggling. I'm trying to think about it, and I'm trying to come up with it, and I just can't. I love dinosaurs. I really do. They are just the single coolest thing on the planet. You can look around my room, and it's like the first Valentine's card I got this year from the then girlfriend. We'd only been going out about 2 weeks, and my love for dinosaurs was so established that she searched high and low to try and get a dinosaur-based Valentine's Day card for me. I don't know, I can't help it. It's part of me. It's in my blood. Maybe I'm half a dinosaur. I should have done paleontology. Apologies, don't know what's wrong with my throat today. 1 sec. There we go. If you could own any vehicle, what would it be? Now, there's 2 answers to this. There's one, which is obviously the Jeep from Jurassic Park. Sorry. But with the full market, I'm going to get one. Look, one of the reasons I want a high-paying job is so I can do things like this. One day, I will get a Jeep and I'm going to get it professionally spray painted to look exactly like the Jeeps they use in Jurassic Park. Not the grey ones. Oh no, maybe the grey one. No, brake. I'll have to... Am I going the right way? I really can't tell. Yes, I'm just on the wrong side of the road. I'm going to have to get 2 Jeeps. I'll get one that's grey. You know the grey and red one? They're the free-roaming Jeeps, the gas-powered ones that can go anywhere. And then you've got the green, red, and yellow ones that are on the tracks. So I have to get 2 of them. I'm thinking I might start up a business and then make like Jurassic Park World, like a theme park. Because nobody's done it yet and it really annoys me. I know there's the ride at Universal Studios and I love the ride, but I want a whole theme park based around it. Basically remake Jurassic Park. Like the island. Not on an island obviously, but well it could do. Remake Jurassic Park. Exact same layout, whole situation, just use animatronic dinosaurs. Animatronic dinosaurs, it'd be awesome. I would kill to be there, I really would. And final question, are you looking forward to The Walking Dead? Season 2 of which is coming out this fall, so that's within the next few months actually. Yes, God yes I am. Apparently people who've seen bits of it said Clementine is in it, so it features rather heavily, thank God. I don't think you're going to control her, I don't know if you're going to control her. No one knows yet. But hopefully. I think that's what it should be like. I think you should be carrying on Clem's story. Ask Clem. I don't know. Am I meant to go down? I think I was meant to go down there. I was definitely meant to go down there. I think there may be another way in though. Can I go in this way? There appears to be bins in the way. I can probably go this way. Let's go this way. Come on, come on. Heave-ho. Spin to the left. I don't think I can go this way. Right. Okay, reverse. Right hand down. Yep. Oh no, not right hand down. Left hand down. Okay, right hand down and forward. Alright, let's get the better view here. There we go. Okay. Left hand down. Okay, right hand down a bit. Reverse. Easy does it. Right hand down. I nearly got this. Up. Okay, left hand down. Is that a bus? Ah, it's a bus. I don't think I've ever seen a bus in this game. How awesome. Oh God. For a brief moment, I was really quite proud of my driving there. I'm not anymore, but I was. It was a majestic moment of happiness that I've just kind of squandered entirely. Okay, we're going into here, aren't we? Come on, Cyanide. Easy does it. Nope, left. I never check my ticket. Yeah, really looking forward to The Walking Dead. Should be amazing. You know, full faith in Telltale. Also looking forward to Fables. I've never read the comics or anything, but Fables is basically their next project. I just wish they'd done a better job with Jurassic Park. I really do. I mean, I loved it. I did enjoy it by the end, but you know, it was hardly. We're going to that's not a real place. It was hardly The Walking Dead quality, was it? And it could have been. And it just wasn't scary. This is the issue again. Dinosaurs are about 2 things. Fear and wonder. Now, Jurassic Park got wonder down. It did. It really did. And it got fear down in parts. It got fear down... 2 actually did fear better than 1 did. I actually think 2 is probably the better film, but don't say that out loud because I'll get sued or something. If you think about the first film. Think about the first film. Wonder bit, you had the Brachiosauruses when they first got revealed, and then it pans out to the field and the Parasaurolophus are there. I think there's Pachycephalosaurus. Oh, we're in Britain, aren't we? Pachycephalosaurus, Brachiosaurus, a lot more sauropods, all by the river and stuff, and Alan Grant's all, they move in herds. They do move in herds. He's very excited about the whole idea. And it's all wondrous, you know? And that's probably the only time that happens in that film. I'm trying to think, but I actually can't think of another example where that kind of thing happens. And there isn't one. In terms of fear, you've got the scene with the Jurassic Jurassic what? You got the theme of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, obviously when they're parked outside the Tyrannosaurus paddock, it's raining, it's very dramatic imagery, it's lightning, it's pouring down rain, it's really dark. As a kid, that scared a lot of people, you know? Probably, see, the Raptors I don't think were utilised that well. I think the Raptors were utilised a lot better in the second film. I know this is all blasphemous, I really do. But the bit in the second film where they are running through the tall grass and people are disappearing under the grass, that's really good. You know, that was a much better way of utilising the Raptors. And the same when they're in the broken down thingamajiggy. I don't know what. Don't think it happened at all in the third film. Honestly, the second may be better than the first film. Interesting. But the second had problems as well. The second really lacked herbivorous dinosaurs. I mean, it had them. Herbivorous. I want to say herbivorous. Herbivorous. Carnivorous. Herbivorous. Ugh. I don't know. Herbivores. Had lots of herbivores. It did, but it didn't really use them in a way I would have liked. The herbivores really only featured in when they're getting chased down the field by the InGen employees and they're getting captured and taken to that paddock bit where Ian Malcolm and crew, Sarah Harding, etc., go in. Is it Sarah Harding? No, why can't I remember her name? Maybe it's Sarah Harding. Sarah. It's definitely Sarah. I think it's Sarah Harding. Sarah... yeah. And they go through and they bait them all out and Triceratops goes mad and stuff, but that is pretty much the only time in the film that there are herbivores. And you don't have the carnivores are there for the fear, the herbivores are there for the wonder kind of thing, like as we saw in the first film. And that's what the second film's missing. The third film is missing both. I love the third film because I think they handled the raptors really well at the end, but not in a fear way. It was just in a... They look amazing in the third film, they really do. But it wasn't scary at any point in the third film. And the Spinosaurus didn't work for me. I liked it. I liked that they mixed it up, and I expected them to, because the fact is they could not have stuck with the T-Rex for a third film because it would have been a bit silly. But you can't kill the T-Rex. Stop that. And Spinosaurus isn't as cool as T-Rex. I like Spinosaurus. It's not as cool as T-Rex. I would like to see some variation in the new film. I'm thinking Raptors and T-Rex will feature heavily. I'd like a bit more for bloody Triceratops. All we've had is Triceratops in the first film is a bit sick, and in the second film they release him and he breaks out and he smashes like a cage or something, and that's about it. Don't think he's in the... No, it's not Triceratops in the third film. There's an Ankylosaurus in the third film. I'd like a Triceratops utilised properly, like in a wonder kind of environment, you know. And although we did provide a nice line in the first film where Alan Grant saw, it was my favourite. It was always my favourite as a kid, and now that I've seen her, she's the most beautiful thing I ever saw. It doesn't like grammar. I'm going to try this. This might not end well. Road trip. Break. That's good breaking me. Good breaking. High five. Kind of middle five, but whatever, it'll do. I don't know. I don't want to... 3.5 hours left of this journey, guys, and I've run out of questions. And maybe I talk too quickly. Maybe I should slow down. Maybe I should crash my truck more. I really can't, but I'm just tired and hot. It's so hot. It's cooled down the past couple of days, and now, today, suddenly, I'm burning and melting. Yes, again. I don't like burning and melting. They aren't my favourite pastimes. There are better pastimes. How are you guys? Everyone okay? If you do have any more questions, like I said, do ask away. You guys may have known. I talked in last week about disappointment about the channel in terms of progression. In terms of subs, I'm still there, but in terms of views, it's actually doing better. I've had a look at my analytics for, say, the past month. Actually, I've had a look at my analytics since the very start of the channel. Now, there's this big period of absolutely nothing, because nobody watched anything. I had like 60 subs. A couple of you who watched these videos were actually there, and I commend you, because that's really impressive. It's been about 2.5 years now. Verging on more. Jesus, I've been around a while. Anyways. And then there's this huge spike when Skyrim came out. You know, I was getting 80,000 views a day for a few days when Skyrim first came out. Then that started to drop. But it was still a good, 30, 40k, dropping a bit more, blah, blah, blah. A lot of views. Then, from then on, there's two more little spikes like that. There's a spike with the Creation Kit and there's a spike with The Walking Dead. And other than that, it's been very up and down, but never really clearly going in one direction. My views today... Well, my views from, say, a month ago are still pretty similar to what they were 2 years ago, which is intensely disappointing. But over the past month or so, and hopefully this is going to continue because I've kind of got new ideas for the channel and the direction we're going to take it. Past month or so, it has been steadily going up, and this time instead of up and down and big peaks and stuff, it's quite small peaks, and it's definitely in an upwards direction. Now this may be because it's summer, and it probably is actually just because it's summer and obviously you gain more views during summer, but I'm actually fairly confident that we're heading in the right direction, and it's thanks to you guys. At the end of the day, you know, I could have 500 subscribers, apologies, I could have 10 subscribers, and I'd still do this. I'd still upload 3 times a week, 3 times a day even, you know. I'd still want to talk to you guys and answer your questions and blah 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 blah, because I enjoy doing it at the end of the day. It's a hobby that I happen to make a bit of money from. If it doesn't go anywhere bigger than that, it isn't that big a deal. I am changing how I view it a little bit into more of a business. Obviously it's not going to change content, don't worry about that. It's just how I handle the content and how I organise things and look at advertising, blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, I like, to an extent, it's nice being slightly smaller channels, just because you can talk. Like, let's say I did this Q&A when I have, say I had 200,000 subscribers. Say we got 10 times the responses. There's no way I could do it. There's no way I'd be bothered to sit through the comments and do it all. It would kill me. I'd like to think I would, but you know, I know most people don't. It's nice being able to interface on this kind of level, you know? I don't know. I'm just kind of justifying it at this point. No, but I am perfectly okay with where the channel is. However, we are focusing in a slightly new direction. You'll have noticed dinosaurs, as much as I love dinosaurs, so does the rest of the world. So I figure, you know what, I love dinosaurs, the world loves dinosaurs, that should probably be the focus of the channel. And while I've always talked about them and tried to do dinosaur videos, it's never really been a theme. So now it is. My top playlist is a link to my first episode from my currently 5 dinosaur playlists going. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, Jurassic Park The Lost World, King Kong, Jurassic Park Builder. There are non-Jurassic Park games out there, and we're going to play them as well. And we're going to play the new Turok, because maybe I need to give it a second chance. We're going to play Carnivores 1 and 2, and all that kind of thing. So there's plenty of dinosaur games out there for me to play. However, so that's one focus. So the plan is dinosaur let's plays, on and on and on. One dinosaur let's play, probably one normal let's play, because I still want to play Walking Dead, or I want to play... what are we playing at the moment? Stalker. I'm really enjoying Stalker. Nobody watches it, but I don't care. I've gotten into the game quite a lot. I'm really enjoying it. For a horror game, it's surprisingly enjoyable. It's a really, you can tell it's a really, really well-made game, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to keep up Stalker. I don't know if we're going to finish the entire game, but, you know, I'm going to give it my best shot. What else is there? Stalker... What else do I play? Cube World. Cube World's not going to go on for that much longer. I'm probably going to aim for about 14 episodes and stop there, and then have a break and come back when it's been updated a bit more, because I think I'm going to run out of things to do. But that's the plan. And then we've got obviously King Kong and Jurassic Park Builder. Jurassic Park Builder can't go on. Will probably go on for a long time, but it'll be every now and again, because otherwise nothing happens ever. And King Kong is quite a short game, won't take that long. So this is completely meaningless stuff that I'm saying right now. The general idea, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it, is I always want dinosaur content going on. Even if I'm just going to get back into playing Primal Carnage or Ryan Dino Beatdown, I'd like to be doing dinosaur content constantly, because it is what I love. I love dinosaur games. I love dinosaurs. You guys love dinosaurs. The channel loves dinosaurs. And the world loves dinosaurs. So that's the idea. I'm also going to start doing more dinosaur apps on the Android store and other... I'm going to dabble. We'll see. And maybe a bit more Skyrim stuff as well, but shh, don't tell anyone. Finally, what was I saying? I want to do a bit more, and this is, I'm not going to lie, this is for views, and just to get a little bit more exposure to this channel, I would like to start doing more short horror games. Not Stalker, not Amnesia, not long drawn out things, but short 2 to 3 episode horror games that I can just stick in one big horror playlist, use facecam, do some montages, rack up some views. I know that's bad, and I shouldn't tell you guys that, but if you're watching this video at this point, this far into the video, you probably are a fairly dedicated member of the channel anyway, so I figure you guys would be cool. You guys are cool. You guys are dead cool. You understand to an extent. You know, you need to... to be fair, to an extent, I'd like to be able to play horror games. I'd like to have the capability to sit through a horror game without dying inside every 5 seconds, which I'm sure is part of the appeal. That's why all the people who fake scream all the time are so popular, and that's never going to be me. Don't, never, ever, I promise, from the bottom of my heart, ladies and gentlemen, to those who have stuck with the channel, to this video, to this long, do I ever stop to breathe? I'm just realising, I'm just hearing myself, I'm doing it right now. I don't stop talking, ever. I think there's something wrong with me. Maybe I need to be less talkative. It's fine. What was I on about? Horror, yeah. I'd like to be able to do it. Plus, they tend to generate views, get a few subs down, and I think having horror games at the side, along with normal Let's Play and a Dinosaur Let's Play, is a really cool way to take the channel. It's a good mix, it's something for everyone, and hopefully it'll keep the views coming in, because if I'm going to go to Oxford at university, I'm going to need all the income I can get, and that will help, So that's probably going to be, basically, my dad gets back from holiday on Thursday. Within a few days after that, I'm going to go back to Formby, where my dad lives. I'm going to talk. Hopefully I'm going to sort the PC out, bring it back. By mid-August, I want constant horror film videos, even constant dinosaur videos, and a constant one other Let's Play. That is the general idea for where I hope to take the channel. And then obviously we've got side videos like this, Scribble Park if I ever bother to do it again. Oh, for the love of God. I'd like to do something along the lines of like a Skyrim mods thing again, maybe focusing on dinosaur ones, although there aren't many. Like a mods weekly, like top 5 mods or something, because I've not done mod spotlights in ages. And maybe play a bit more Skyrim at some point as well. Well, that killed about 3 hours. Whew, it's bloody hot. I don't know. I don't know about the horror. To an extent, it's not what I want to do as a channel, is it? Maybe it is. I'm just going to talk. I'm never going to be like... There's a lot of very popular guys out there. You know, you've got your PewDiePies who is a good guy, but the fact is he just knows how to make money from his audience, and it's by... I'm not going to say anything. Then you got Markiplier, who's very popular, growing massively. I prefer him to PewDiePie. I do. Slightly less fake screaming, slightly more mature, joking style. Slightly. So that's an improvement. And there's a couple others out there. Red Wolf Gamer, who I can't stand, but whatever. I don't really watch any other people. Guys, tell me if I'm wrong here. I see a video, say the title, it's got the title of the game, there's a dash, and then big capital letters, full caps, title, oh my god, so scary, or something. And I just won't watch it. Because why would you? It's so annoying, and everybody does it. Everybody in that kind of clique does it, and it really irritates me. I don't know why. I wish it didn't. To an extent, part of it's probably jealousy. You know, everyone in that kind of area, they're doing well. They've got a lot of subs and stuff, but I can't imagine they really love it. I don't know. Maybe they do, but it just feels fake. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. Maybe I should be supportive of other YouTubers and be all nice and stuff. I'm very nice. I love everybody. You know everybody. I love them. There we go. I'm going to talk about Nevermind the Buzzcocks because it's amazing. There's an episode. I don't know if any of you've seen it. It's a very British program. If you're not in Britain, I doubt you've ever even heard of it, because I don't think it gets across to the US at all. Basically, it's a panel show, comedy show, music based, and in one of the seasons, like 8 seasons ago now, this when Simon Amstel was still on, they got a guest on called Preston, and Preston is from the Ordinary Boys, who are actually the very first band I ever saw live. They are horrendous, but they're called the Ordinary Boys. It's this band. I need my lights on. And so Preston's there, and at the time he was dating this girl called Chantal. Actually, he was married. I don't know if he still is. I don't care either. He's married to this woman called Chantal, who is very much Paris Hilton light. You know, long blonde hair, kind of ditzy, all that kind of stuff. And they were on Big Brother together, and that's where they met, and then they got married. And Chantal released an autobiography. And basically, obviously, it's typical pink flowers, blah blah blah, autobiography. And so Preston's on the show, Simon's hosting, and at some point he gets the book out and just reads a line from the book, and it's something like, "Oh, the Paris Hilton work was a real low point. It caused me a lot of problems with my family. Most of all, it really messed with my hair." And he's just kind of ripping into the book and taking the mick. And then at some point, Preston basically goes, "Nope, can't take it anymore," and he walks off the show, because this guy's just making fun of his wife, but not in an, oh, lemons, not in an overly horrible way, but the book is horrendous. And so Simon just looks at the book, picks it up and goes, "All I did was read his girlfriend's book, some member from the audience goes, "That's his wife," and he goes, "All I did was read his wife's book. Has he read it? I didn't mean to upset him. Has he read it? I read it. It upset me. You need to watch it. It's amazing." So Finger walks off, and then they go into the audience and they find some random guy who looks vaguely like Preston, who I believe is a well driller, and he comes down and sits down, and he goes, so Simon leans over and goes, "What's your name?" He goes, "Ed. Welcome, Preston." And then they carry on the show. It's not funny when I say it. It's funny when you watch it. It's probably my favourite comedy programme on TV. That's saying quite a lot actually at the moment. And that's competing. Oh, is it though? It's that or Parks and Community. Parks and Recreation. Never mind. Favourite TV series. You asked me ages ago. Parks and Recreation takes it. I'm sorry, it just does. It's amazing. It takes it hands down. The only competition is Community, and Community loses in this case. I love Community, but the fourth season wasn't very good. So they are, however, getting Dan Harmon back for the 5th season, so hopefully they're kind of going to redeem it. Because 6 seasons and a movie, damn it, ladies and gentlemen. 6 seasons and a movie. And I've just remembered I haven't discussed music. As always, I shall make a track recommendation this week. I'm just trying to think of one. Last week it was The Giant's Drink by Gatsby's American Dream, which is a good rock song. This week, what have I been listening to this week? I kind of been listening to a lot of Mayday Parade. I probably shouldn't, but I love it. I don't care. It's really just overly emotional and dramatic, but they've clearly got musical ability, so it makes it okay. Bloody Nora. There was a song I was going to link last week. Glasgow. We're up in Glasgow where they deep fry everything. I was going to link a song last week called Arrival Cycle by Receiving End of Sirens, so I may link that because I'm struggling to think of anything else. Or now, as much as the next person, I don't think Linkin Park are as good as they used to be. Linkin Park, they're not up there anymore. You know, they're not a really great rock band or anything. They're just this band that happens to really exist. That used to be amazing, but they've got a song on Minutes to Midnight. Yeah, am I getting that right? Yeah, called I'm sorry everyone said it. It's just Bleed It Out. Not Bleed It Out. Yeah, Bleed It Out. And oh my god, I've fallen in love with that song so hard. I'm going to link both. It's not even the singing chorus, it's the rapping for some reason, and it just makes me so happy. It really does. How that was a good work is beyond me. That was horrendous. Oh! Alright. Still an enthusiast. What do I get if I'm more than an enthusiast? Okay, my head hurts now because of this bloody headset, which is horrendous, by the way. And we've done a lot of talking. I think this is why my throat is always in pain, because I talk so much in my videos. Oh well, thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, those of you, the 5 of you who have made it this far. Cheers for watching, please do like and subscribe, and I shall see you lovely people in the next episode. Cheers, much love, bye bye.